Reviews for an exercise in a course that I'm taking for this semester. For the purpose of this exercise, do you consent to being interviewed and recorded?
Yeah. Well, I work at Safeway supermarkets. I'm the frozen food manager. I'm responsible for making out orders for the frozen food department. You know, unloading the trucks and stocking the shelves there. You know, among other things that I help out in other departments as well. So, well, usually I get in the morning, go in the morning, and the truck is waiting for me, which comes in on pallets. So I usually take that off the trailer, you know, and then break down the pallets onto trucks so I can bring it out to the aisle to work it. Then usually, you know, sometimes the receiver's not there. I'll check in some vendors, bringing in their products, and a little bit of everything. No, it's not, you know, it's not any specific that they hire. They just hire them if they're capable. You know, the men, they might, you know, put working on the floor more, you know, stocking shelves than they would the women. But I mean, you have the women working the skyline or the HABA section, the health and beauty aids. They'll more likely put a woman over there. But there's nothing, wherever they need the help, they put them.
Can you tell me about a time that your own gender or gender of a coworker was an issue?
Yeah, there was a specific time that I remember that I was working, and they had we had a frequent shopper that's a customer at the store, and she came up to me and told me that her daughter was having a problem in another store, and she didn't know what to do, that she was getting harassed, and there was another kid that wrote a swastika on a bag and wanted her to pass it out to the customers and something. And, you know, I told her, well, that's not right, you know, that they shouldn't be doing that. And I found out later that she's transgender. So I said, you know, she was being harassed, and I told her that the company had a zero tolerance policy, that you know, they wouldn't take kindly to it if they ever found out. And I told her that there's an 800 number that she could call, or I told her, you know, that she could talk to a couple of the other guys that I knew that worked in that store, you know, for advice. But and then I left it at that. And then, you know, that later that night it bothered me, you know, that, you know, I had to do something more. And I went to call the district manager, because since it's not in our store, and that he happened to be on vacation that week. So I wound up telling my store manager, and he said, well, he knows the store manager over there, that he wanted me to go talk to him. I said, well, you want me to call him? I said, well, you know, if you call him and he does nothing about it, he's going to be in big trouble, even more trouble than he is now. So I guess he called over there, and he asked some questions about it, and he found out that, you know, the thing is true, and he wound up calling security and let them handle it, and they came down and, you know, investigated the whole thing, and I guess they got the people responsible. No. Well, that's why they have a zero. You can't, you know, sexual harassment in the workplace is not tolerated nowadays, so you can't be doing that stuff. So we're all hired to do the job, and we're expected to do the job. Whether you're a man or woman, you're expected to perform the duties of the job. And if you can't, then, well, find somebody that can.
Well, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, sure, anytime.